Hello everyone. Today we are going to be talking about translations, which should be a flashback to 8th grade. Let's do some review. Right here, a translation. The definition of that, it's a shift or a slide. It means that we are moving a fixed distance in a specific direction. Fixed distance is really important in that scenario. So essentially we're just sliding or moving a shape. Let's remember what a pre-image is and an image. I'm going to kind of zoom this out so that we can see the picture and write the definition down. Everyone should be on page 4 in our notes, and we're writing all this down. Okay, a pre-image is the original figure before the transformation. The original figure before a transformation. That's the key word right there. Before a transformation. Then what we call the image, the definition of that would be the new figure after a transformation. We can see below here in this picture, we have our pre-image in black, our triangle ABC, and then our image is triangle A prime, B prime, C prime. If I zoom in, you can see that there's those little dash marks above the A. I'll highlight them in yellow. That dash there above the A, the dash above the C, and the dash above the B. We say that as A prime, B prime, C prime. The prime means that we have created a transformation and now it's not the same as the original image. It has shifted in this scenario. We shifted down and to the right, okay? Now, let's go to our next page. I'll kind of put these definitions up in the video again. Please make sure that you wrote these down. If you didn't catch this, I will have them posted on Canvas for you to look at. Okay, on the next page, we're going to talk about the translation rules. We have something that we call coordinate notation, and it looks like this. X comma Y, then I'm going to draw an arrow, and it's X plus H comma Y plus K. What this is it tells us the rule when we translate a shape. So I'm going to tell you what the H and the K represent. I'm going to zoom out so that we can see all this together. Okay, the H I'm going to highlight in yellow, and we're going to put right here that the H is the horizontal shift. So H represents the horizontal shift or the x-axis shift. So if we have a negative number, we move to the left. If we have a positive number, we move to the right. And we're going to talk about what this means. Then the K, which I'm going to highlight in orange, the K represents the vertical shift or the y-axis shift. If we have a negative number, we move down, and if we have a positive number, we move up. Now, this coordinate notation right here, if I ever ask you, write the rule of the translation. I'm going to say that again. Write the rule of the translation. You will be writing it like this, and I'll highlight it in blue. You are writing it like this, but then we're adding in numbers for H and K. So the H and K will be replaced by numbers, but this is how we write the rule of the translation. Let's do some examples. Example here. Translate the triangle 9 units to the right and 9 units down. So we can see here the black triangle ABC. I'll highlight it in yellow. Okay. The ABC, that's our pre-image. And then we translated it to the right, 9 units to the right and 9 units down. Now you can see here that I'll highlight this, 9 units to the right. If we look at the rule, right down here where it says translation of triangle ABC, you can see that it was x plus 9, meaning that we moved to the right because it was a positive. We moved to the right 9, and then we moved down 9, which is why we have the y there. So we have 9 units down, which written as a rule would be y minus 9. So x plus 9 means that we move across the x-axis to the right in a positive direction, 9. Then y minus 9 means that we move down 9 from that new point. Now you can see here that we have our pre-image ABC. I'm going to highlight, let's see, what color should I highlight this in? We'll do green. Our pre-image I will highlight in green. Let me just get this sorted out here. Okay, wait, why is it not working? Okay, there we go. Our pre-image is highlighted in green, and we can see here that we have triangle ABC, and we have the point A, which is -5, 7. B is -3, 3. And C is -7, 3. Those are the points of my triangle. Then it wants us to tell, it usually it asks us what A prime, B prime, C prime is, but here it's telling us. So you can see that A prime is 4, -2. That is the new point of A prime. Now, the way that you can get this, you can either just move your triangle to the right 9 and down 9 and then look at the new point, or you can utilize this information that I'll highlight in purple right here, x plus 9 and y minus 9. Let's look at A, for example. My x is -5. So if you have x plus 9, instead of putting x, let's put -5 plus 9. -5 plus 9 is 4. And then our y is 7 plus 9 7 minus 9. Because we have to plug it in for y. So we have 7 minus 9 equals, and that's -2. And now you can see that 4, -2 is my A prime. So what I did was I just plugged these numbers in for x and y in my rule. I'm going to do a better job of showing you what I just did. I plugged in -5 there and 7 there, and you should get 4, -2 when you solve that. And then you can do the same thing for -3, 3. You can plug in -3 right there, and 3 can be plugged in right there, and then you should get 6, -6. So you can just use math without even like looking at the graph to know what A prime, B prime, C prime is by plugging it into my rule. Let's do an example below. We're on page 6, okay? Everyone write this down with me. Try these out. Translate the line AB, 9 units to the right and 7 units down. What I'm going to do is I'm going to first plot this point A, -1, 2. So I go to the left one, up 2, put a point there, and I'm going to label that that point is A. Then I'm going to do B in blue, that's -4, 0. And I'm going to label that as B, and then I'm going to connect my points to create a line. Now it says 9 units to the right and 7 units down. There's multiple ways you can do this, but you can do one point at a time and do this. Everyone should be looking at the graph right now. We can say, okay, start at A, and we can move it 9 units to the right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I hate when it does that. 9 units to the right. So I'm going to do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we can move it 7 units down. So from that point, I go down 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And now my new point, my A prime, is right there. And I have to label it A prime because it's not the original image. Then I can do the same thing with my B. I can move it 9 units to the right and 7 units down. So I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 7 units down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And my new point is here, my new point for B prime. Label it B prime, and now I have my new line. I just shifted it 9 units to the right and 7 units down. You can do it like that by counting on the graph. There is nothing wrong with that. But now let's write the rule. Your rule always starts out with x comma y, and then actually we're going to write it like this. We're going to write A and B. A was -1, 2, and B was -4, 0. And the rule is we move 9 units to the right, so that's x plus 9, and 7 units down, so it's y minus 7. Okay, same thing here. We move 9 units to the right and 7 units down. So this is my rule right here. I will highlight it in green. I just wrote it 2 times. X plus 9, y minus 7. That means to the right 9, down 7. Okay, cool. Now let's go to the next problem. It says, translate the triangle 8 units to the right and 2 units up. So first, let's create my triangle. I'm going to do point A first, -4, 6. -4, 6, I'm going to label it A. Then let's do point B, -2, 2. And I label it B. And now let's do our last one. We have, I'll do it in orange, -6, 2, -6, up 2. And that is C. Okay, cool. Now I'm going to connect my points because it's supposed to be a triangle. If you don't connect your points, it's not going to be right. And now we're going to translate the triangle 8 units to the right and 2 units up. Before I do anything on my graph, let's just write the rule. We have x, and let's see, we move 8 to the right, which is a +8. And for my y, I move 2 units up, which is a +2. So my rule is x plus 8 and y plus 2. So what you can do is, if you want to, you can do what we did on the last problem where we just count each point on the graph and we move it. Or you can plug in x and you can plug in y. So we get -4 plus 8 because I plugged it in right there. And then we get 6 plus 2, and you should get 4 and 6, 7, 8. 4, 8. So 4, 8 should be your new A prime, and we can go plot that. Right 4, up 8. Okay, cool. And then I'm going to label that A prime. As I go, I'm going to erase the work that I do when I plug it in, okay? Let's do B now, and I'm going to plug those points in. I have -2, 2. So I'm going to plug in -2 for x and 2 for y, and you should get -2 plus 8 equals, that is 6, and then we should get 2 plus 2, and that equals 4. So your new point is 6, 4. Let's go put that on our graph. You go to the right 6, up 4, put a point there, and that is B prime, okay? Now I'm going to erase my work here so that we can see what's happening in each scenario. Hold on. Erase, erase, erase. Okay. Let's now plug in our C. I'm going to plug in -6 for x and 2 for y. So I get, oh, let me erase this. Plug in -6, so I have -6 plus 8. That equals 2. And then I have 2 plus 2, and that equals 4. So my new point is 2, 4. Let's go plot that. You go to the right 2, up 4, and plot that as C prime. And now we have our triangle that we translated to the right 8, and up 2. So you can either use math or the graph. Whatever you guys want to do, I don't care. You just have to know how to write the rule. That's really important. Now that we did number 2, let's go on to question 3, which says, on the previous graph, move triangle A prime, B prime, C prime by the following rule. Now let's look at this rule. It says x minus 1 and y minus 8. Let's write what this means. X minus 1, it means move left 1. And minus 8 means move down 8. Okay? And if you're confused by this, go look at that translation. What did I call it? This one. Translation rules. I wrote it right here on page 5, the translation rules. Okay? H is a horizontal shift, negative number you move left, positive number you move right. Go look at this rule, okay? This page. So now I know that I'm moving triangle A prime, B prime, C prime, left 1 and down 8. So let's do that. I'm going to just do A prime first. That's my purple one. I'm going to move left 1 and down 8. So I go, let's see, what color should I do? I'm going to do it in orange. I'm going to go left 1, or sorry, I'm doing it in green. I jump left 1 and I'm going to go down 8. So I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. My new point is here, and this is a double prime because it's a new transformation. So we just keep adding a prime every time we move it. Now let's do B, which is my B prime, which is my blue one. Let's do it in orange, green. Oh my gosh, I don't know my colors. So we are going to move left 1 and down 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now I have my point here, which is B double prime. And now let's do our last one, which is C prime in orange. I'm going to move left 1 and down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. My new point is here, which is C double prime. And I connect my triangles. So now I have 3 different triangles. My original one, my pre-image, which is the original. Then I have my image, which is A prime, B prime, C prime. And then I have a second image, which is A double prime, B double prime, C double prime. And that's all we had to do on question 3. So now what I want you guys to do is go ahead and do numbers 4 and 5 and then pass them off with your sub. On 4 and 5, I give you the picture and I want you to write the rule. So I'm going to circle what the rule is in green right here at the top. The rule tells me what happened to the picture. Did I go left this many or right this many? How many did I go up? How many did I go down? What shift happened? So go ahead and do that and then make sure you pass it off. When you are done with numbers 4 and 5, you should be able to do the transformation homework on Canvas. It is 7.1, so make sure that you go and practice that on Canvas.